Good morning and welcome to day 34 of walking from Mexico to Canada along the Pacific Crest Trail. My name is Prime and I'm walking 2,650 miles to raise money for Combat Stress, a charity that helps out our military veterans. I was absolutely knackered last night after dinner, tried to do some editing but then just crashed out. I'm clearly still tired after doing my 30 miles a few days ago. Today's plan is I've got over 12 miles to get to the road, try and get a hitch into town and have a town day. So I'm all packed up, so let's roll out. A large section of trail been wiped out. Just trying to find where people's tracks were. Let's see where they are. They've crossed here. Oh, that is atrocious. So I might have myself another sign and register. Let's go and put my name in the book. Oh, got my name signed in the book. There's also lots of information on trail angels and stuff in here as well. So it's not just a signing book in here, there's a lot of information. Right, I'm gonna get back on trail. Looks like there's a little bit of a storm front moving in, so heading into town might have been a good call. Right now I'm about 5 miles away from the road, see if I get a hitch, or I've got a few numbers for trail angels, see if that helps. I haven't got a place to stay yet, I'll figure that out once I get in town. There's a few places I saw in far out, so I'll see what I can get. That's a really cool bridge they put in, looks pretty new. So I'm almost at the trailhead. Highway is really busy, but the road seems pretty quiet. So I have called Gramps, who did Trail Magic for us maybe six days ago. So he's gonna come pick me up from the trailhead, take me to Tehachapi. So that's great. Almost down the road. Now it's just a case of waiting for him to get here. Looking forward to some town food. For any of the 80s kids out there, you'll probably get this. Not sure the younger kids will. Whenever I get on one of your lonely roads I just hear the end theme music for The Incredible Hulk, that sad little melody that gets played. Oh, I think this is my ride. Here we go. How you doing, mate?
Excellent. You?
I'm good. I'll give you space to turn.
If you want to try ostrich meat, they serve ostrich burgers at the burger spot.
Are they any good?
They tasted okay to me. I mean, I couldn't really
like
tell the
chicken?
difference. No, it's a red meat.
Is it really? Okay.
So that's me all set up in my room. I'm just going to go now and get some food downtown. There's a few laundromats scattered about the place. There's even a theatre, but unfortunately there's nothing on for me to watch at the moment. So I'm going to go and sort myself out and then get resupplied. But Tehachapi seems like an awesome little town. And again, a big thanks to Gramps for dropping us off. And he's going to pick me up tomorrow about 7:30 and get me back on the trail. So I've got most of my resupply here. I am still missing 3 ramens. The place I went to only had 2 flavours, one of which I didn't like. So when I get picked up tomorrow by Gramps, I'll see if I can get up to Walmart and just buy the last 3 meals I need, and a packet of hot chocolate and some breakfast bars, and that is it. I've pretty much got everything else. So my plans are, I've got 7 days to Kennedy Meadows. I am only going to carry 5 days worth of food. So there is a few places I can get resupplied along the route, which I can get my last 3 meals. Saves me carrying all that way. But that's the plan, 7 days from here to Kennedy Meadows, and then I'll find out exactly what the snow's like in the Sierras. Town's been great. There's a lot of stuff that's quite spread out, and the local shops that are around me were just petrol stations, but there was a laundrette, so I managed to get everything washed. Hotel's fine, it's very basic, it's got exactly what I needed: a bed, shower and Wi-Fi, nothing much else. There are more expensive hotels with saunas and swimming pools and stuff like that, but I didn't need any of that. So tomorrow, Gramps will pick me up about 7:30 and get to Walmart and then back on trail. I'm going to end the night here, going to get some rest after doing a bit of video editing, and I'll see you in the morning, back on trail. I'm also glad I'm not out on trail right now, as this is the weather. It's supposed to clear up tomorrow, but yeah, glad I'm not out there right now. Good morning and welcome to day 35 of walking from Mexico to Canada along the Pacific Crest Trail. Just got dropped off at the roadside by Gramps. He was a big help bringing me out here, and he also took me to Walmart just to get the last few things that I couldn't get in town. Last night it was pouring from the heavens, a lot longer than the Met Office said. Even now it still looks a bit bleak. However, there is some sunlight in the direction I'm going, and hopefully there's no more wet stuff coming from the sky. It's a bit chilly and windy, so I'll get my frog togs on just for that little insulation layer. I am hoping to get 20 miles today, but again that depends on the train. But I am well rested from being in Tehachapi. I don't want to hang around here in the cold any longer, so let's roll out. Looks like another little area for trail magic. Some seats, just a shame it's a bit bleak. Water cache. Some days on trail are amazing and brilliant. Other days you just have to push through. I'm afraid to say this is the latter. It's incredibly windy as you expect, being a wind farm area, but just got to push through it. The wind does come and go every so often, but predominantly we're getting hit with high gusts. But we'll still have to push through this day. See what it's like over the other side of this hill. Right now, being hit with gusts well above 50. But it's almost like being in a wind tunnel, you just get slapped by it. Sometimes fades off when you get away from around the hill. That was a big gust. Hit me in the face as I was coming up. I had to turn the corner. Some powerful winds coming through here. Just get pushed through it though, there's no choice. The wind's that bad, you can't even look up. You really just look at a small section of trail, just trying to keep your head out of the wind. I'll show you what I mean, this is my view. That is as much of the trail I can see. Wind's picked up well above 50 right now. Well above 50 miles an hour right now. Hoping to get out of it at some point, but I'm not very optimistic. Right now I'm just at a campsite above 6,000 feet. It must have been so cold last night with the weather that I actually had snow and ice up here. It's just dripping off the tree. My God. So glad that was in town last night and I wasn't up in the hills for this, because that must have been cold. I'm hoping the trail eventually gets me out of this high wind, because it is relentless. This is how cold it is up here right now. Ice everywhere. It's freezing. And just keep moving to stay warm. Not a nice day. Not a nice day at all. So I'm out the wind, however it's still cold. It is about 9 degrees. Now for Britain, that wouldn't be too bad. But when you're acclimatised to the high 20s, 30s, then it's bloody freezing. But at least I'm out the wind. That takes away some of the wind chill. We're on a decent wee track here, and I am descending, which means it's going to get a little bit warmer. But that was tough. Getting out there through the wind, through those high gusts, the freezing wind chill. It'll be all worth it when I get to camp, set up, and get into my quilt and just curl up and have some hot chocolate. So I found myself a little spot at mile 577.8. It's out of the wind and it's in full sun, so it's good. So it's a good spot. I'm going to get all set up and start my lunch. So for lunch today, beef ramen, sitting in my puffy, out of the wind, indirect sun, in the hottest part of the day, and I'm still wearing a puffy. But at least I'm out the wind, it's a good spot. So I've had a look ahead, there is water about 5.5 miles away. So I'm going to head to that after lunch, sort myself out of water. And from here, there's a campsite about 9.5 miles away. So once I've got my water, I'm going to push for that campsite and stay there. That should get me over the 20 miles today. It's not quite hamburgers and fries that I got in town, but it's better than nothing. Since I've got Wi-Fi, I've just been checking out my emails, and I've got a few more saying that I've had some more donations to the Combat Stress charity. So far I have made £1,345, which is really good. So none of that money could have been raised without all you guys that have been donating. So thank you very much for this. The charity really appreciates this. I got a nice email from them just thanking me. I believe we're now at the halfway point that I've asked for. I would like to get more than what I've asked for, but if I get the £2,650, then that's going to be great for the charity. And they do a lot of great work with veterans. I did get a message on one of my Facebook posts when I was posting about the charity. Nice lady asking if the money that I'm raising is also helping to part fund me being out here on the hike, and absolutely not. None of the money, this is not a GoFundMe where I give the money to charity later on. This goes straight into their account. I have my own page within the charity that they've set up for me, so any money that's donated goes straight to Combat Stress. None of it comes to me at all. I am funding this entire endeavour myself. I've saved up money for years for this, and now I'm unemployed, so really I'm on a budget of what I've saved. So none of that money that anyone's given is coming to me to help me fund this hike. I do have my PayPal account, as I've mentioned before, if anyone wants to help buy me a Coca-Cola or a pizza. That's the only thing I have. Everything else is self-funded by me, and all the money goes directly to charity. To everyone who's donated, thank you very much. It's massively appreciated. That was a good lunch stop, but now it's time to get back on the trail. Just had a hiker past me about 20 minutes ago. She was heading up. Her name's Sailor, and she's more than likely going to be roughly about the same area as I'm going to be when it comes to camping. Just at the water. There it is there. And that could be a logbook as well. Alright, let's get myself sorted and then head on to my campsite for tonight. So that's me back on the trail. I've got my 3 litres and I'm heading to a campsite which is just over 4 miles away. It says on far out that there's some good wind breaks there, so that'll be good. Hopefully it's in the sun as well, get to warm me up. Not far from camp, but skies are looking really dark and ominous, so I'm trying to move as fast as I can to get there, just in case there's a downpour. I would much rather have my tent all set up, me inside, if anything's gonna happen. So I'm now at a campsite at 587.5. There's quite a few sheltered spots in here. I am taking this one. Nice and secluded. And good protection from the wind. Right, I'm going to get my tent quickly set up just in case anything happens from the storm. So that's the tent all set up. Got a nice little spot right out of the wind. So before I get tucked up for bed, I suppose I better go through my stats for today. So I ended up doing 21.6 miles today. So happy with that. let's have a look at my elevation. So it was 5,584 feet. Descent, 4,708. So a tough day. As I said, some days you just have to push through, and this was one of them, especially with the high winds today, gusts of up to about 65. And then after that, you're still getting hit with the wind coming down here and the change of the weather with the dark clouds looming. I'm gonna have to have a look and see what the plans are for tomorrow, but again, I need to do another 28-mile day, or 20 plus preferably, so I can get into Kennedy Meadows at a decent time. But I think there's not a lot of water spread out the section, so I'm gonna have to have a good look and see what I need to do. But that's tomorrow's problem. If you like the content, please like, share and subscribe, and above all else, help out combat stress. The link is in the description, and I'll see you tomorrow for another day on the Pacific Crest Trail.